I've tried so many different ways to make money online, everything from stock trading to drop shipping, affiliate marketing, and even a social media marketing agency. But by far the best financial decision I ever made in my life was starting an online coaching business. And in today's video, you're gonna learn exactly why starting an online coaching business or taking your existing one more seriously in 2024 could be the greatest decision you ever made in your life. I am talking about creating generational wealth by simply creating information and selling it online to people who need it the most. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Now, there's a reason why I say this. It's not just hyperbole. Have you ever seen or been to a Taylor Swift concert, or for my older audience out there, a Michael Jackson concert? Have you noticed how extremely supportive their fan base really is? I can assure you their music may be great, but it runs deeper than just the great music that they produce. Their fan bases are considered to be loyal, raving fans, and it's why their product, which in this case is music, has such great support and streams and makes so much money. Their fan bases have a deeper passion than just the music. They actually are in love with that person and their personality. And the same thing can be said with online coaching. You see, with that same theory, online coaching is taking a massive leap in 2024. People are becoming wildly successful and very profitable because they're not just selling a product online, but they're selling that product through their personal brand. And because of the new age of social media and social media marketing, it's becoming easier and easier to sell info products online and make high profit and high returns because of it. So of course, online coaching isn't anything new, but the way we sell it has completely changed. Before, if you needed some type of service online, you would just go into Google and type it in and search for somebody that you've never seen or heard of before, look at the reviews on their page and invest with them. But if you haven't noticed yet, the way we consume information and find answers to our questions have completely changed. Now, instead of just looking at a blank website on some text on screen, we're now going and finding video content on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. And what we end up doing is finding certain influencers who we connect with and resonate with the most to help us make our decisions. There's a more personalized approach when it comes to selling products online. And if you understand this human psychology and how to connect with an audience that has a deep pain for an issue you can resolve, you're gonna make a ton of money in 2024. So with that being said, here are 3 things that you need to know if you're looking to scale your coaching business or start one in 2024. So I briefly alluded to it, but number 1 is having a strong personal brand. Now, there's a difference between building a strong personal brand and having a ton of followers on social media. You do not need a ton of followers and likes and engagement to make a good amount of money with online coaching, especially if you do the method that I personally teach. So a common misconception is that you need millions of followers, tons of likes, tons of engagement, but depending on what you sell, you really just need a good niche audience of people that know, like, and trust you. Now, the best way to build a personal brand is with video content. This can be done with short form content on platforms like TikTok and Instagram, or long form content like on YouTube or podcast hosting websites. Now, personally, either one is totally great, but the best type of personal brand has a combination of both. So the strategy I'm personally using is creating short form content on Instagram to get attention, and then funneling those people to my YouTube channel where they can watch longer form content and get to really know, like, trust me, and build a good connection. And I want to reiterate, you don't need a ton of followers and a ton of engagement. If you do a good enough job creating good content that speaks directly to your target audience, even if you're only getting a handful of views and likes, that's going to speak more volumes and allow you to make a good amount of money pretty easily with online coaching. Next up, it goes without saying, to have that personal brand, you have to pair it with a world-class offer. Of course, this is how you're going to make your money. So a world-class offer can be defined as an offer that feels like a no-brainer, or people would feel stupid to say no to if you presented that offer to them. This is where a lot of people struggle with when it comes to online coaching. Really crafting a good offer, it can feel difficult at times, but I can assure you that once you have developed this really good offer, it's going to be very easy to sell and scale your business from there. My advice to you for creating a really good offer, really sit down and think to yourself, how can I help this person go from point A to point B in the most effective time possible? And then from there, really sit down and realize who you're speaking to and find good ways to attract them, so when you do pitch your offer, it aligns with them perfectly. Last but not least, you need a proven marketing system to get you new eyeballs and leads to your business when you have that world-class offer and that personal brand. Luckily for you guys, you're on this YouTube channel where I spend a lot of time talking about my favorite marketing system, the Accelerator Funnel, where we take paid ads on Instagram and leverage that to pair that up with your personal brand. So we're using the paid marketing to get new eyeballs and leads to your personal brand, where they can watch short form and long form content so they can get more familiar with you, know, like, and trust you. So when you do offer your services, they've already seen a ton of content, they've handled all the objections through your content, and they're ready to buy and pay high ticket services. I have a ton of content all over my YouTube channel talking about exactly how to use the Accelerator Funnel. Feel free to check that out. And if you go over to my Instagram page and check out the client wins tabs on the story highlights, you'll see all the clients of mine that have been able to use this system to get tons of amazing results and scale their business to 5 figures a month or more. Now, of course, there are definitely some roadblocks in the journey ahead. Here's some roadblocks I recommend avoiding if you're really looking to take your business to the next level as soon as possible. For one, stay away from relying on organic marketing and cold outreach to get your first few clients. Of course, not everyone has a ton of money to run paid ads right away, but I recommend putting some money aside and leverage paid ads to grow your business a lot faster rather than getting on the content hamster wheel and relying on this to try to get your first few clients. It's very tedious, it's very exhausting, and I honestly recommend this as a last resort because what you end up finding is that this process is very slow and tedious, and most people quit when it comes to lead generation and not seeing success right away. Next up, when it comes to offering services online and pricing those, I recommend starting off at somewhere between $500 or $1,000 USD and charge higher. Don't start off too low though. Don't start off at like $97 for like a course or something like that. The profit margins just don't make much sense. You need a ton of sales to get people through the door. And honestly, when you offer something at $97 or less, in most cases, it's probably not as valuable as something you could do at $500 or $1,000, collect way more cash and create a bigger impact to that client paying you more money. And then avoid trying to set up complex funnels, email marketing softwares, websites. You don't need all that BS stuff that you think you need when it comes to scaling a business with the online coaching space. Your personal brand should be your website. If people want to know more about you, you should have content talking about that and they can watch a video. That's going to sell them way more than some website with fancy colors, text, and all that nonsense. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. And if you're serious about taking your coaching business to the next level in 2024, I put together a detailed training breaking down the exact strategy I used to scale my online business to 7 figures a year. I call it the Accelerator Thesis, and you can watch this video by clicking right here.